This week opens with a very clear message from the sky. You are not where you started, and you are not meant to stay where you are just out of habit. The moon is waxing, walking toward her next full phase, and that mirrors exactly the inner movement that is happening in you. Something is growing, gaining volume, asking for room, with the sun traveling through fiery Sagittarius. The collective tone is one of honesty, courage, and forward motion. It is a week to turn the energy back on, to leave a little of the heaviness of the last cycle behind, and remember a simple truth. Every time you move from the inside, life rearranges itself around you. Before we go sign by sign, imagine a soft circle of light forming around your body and around your home. Everything that is envy, jealousy, emotional exhaustion, lack of health, or excess worry stays outside that circle. Inside, you remain only with what nourishes you. Love, serenity, clarity, and the willingness to receive guidance. Anytime the week feels heavy, you can return to this image. Breathe slowly and visualize yourself stepping again into that protected space. Aries begins the week with a strong message about movement and responsibility for your own destiny. The fire of the sun in a fellow fire sign speaks directly to your inner flame, and you may feel a mix of impatience and excitement. The first days are favorable for knocking on doors, sending messages, applying for jobs, adjusting negotiations, or finally deciding something you have pushed aside for weeks. Even if some people move slower than you would like, the sky invites you to channel your courage into consistent, concrete action instead of arguments or impulsive reactions. At work, those who are seeking opportunities can receive news or at least a clear sign that you're being noticed. In love, couples have a chance to live more peaceful days with better communication and more balanced exchanges, while single Aries are invited to heal expectations and understand their own timing to open the heart again. Toward the end of the week, the vibration becomes more grounded and spiritual, ideal for cleaning the house, decluttering, planning studies, or organizing long-term goals. If you are an Aries and you recognize yourself in any part of this forecast, take a moment after watching to write down one practical action you commit to taking this week and share in the comments so the universe hears you twice. Taurus moves through a week of discreet but very real progress. The beginning of the week favors self-esteem, comfort, and the feeling of, I deserve more and better. You may feel more attractive, more magnetic, and more willing to invest in your appearance and emotional well-being. In work matters, there's a chance of growth, visibility, increased sales, clients, or new contacts that open doors for the coming months. The energy is also excellent for organizing finances, renegotiating something that was heavy, or deciding where you truly want to place your money and your time. In relationships, couples can enjoy deeper intimacy with more affection, presence, and physical and emotional connection, while single Taurians may be surprised by someone who appears in an everyday context and awakens desire and curiosity. Around the middle of the week, life demands more practicality. Tasks, responsibilities, and unresolved situations knock on the door and ask for a calm, firm hand to solve them. By the end of the week, the tone becomes more playful. Invitations, social moments, and contact with people will remind you that life is not only about working and protecting yourself. If you are Taurus and this resonates with you, write in the comments which area of your life you most want to see moving again, and send this reading to another Taurus who needs to remember that stability and joy can walk side by side. Gemini enters the week with a racing mind, but the sky asks you to turn ideas into direction. The first days are powerful for receiving proposals, messages, calls, or intuitions that point to a new professional path, a possibility of study, or a door that opens through a contact you were not expecting. It is a good time to organize your schedule, list priorities, and choose a few actions that really make a difference instead of scattering your energy across 1,000 tasks. In the emotional field, conversations can be especially revealing. Someone says exactly what you needed to hear, a truth comes to the surface, or you finally manage to put into words something you've been holding inside. For those in a relationship, it is a favorable period for agreements, planning, and turning complaints into practical choices. For singles, new connections can arise through conversations that begin casually and slowly grow deeper, online or in person. Toward the middle and end of the week, the climate of recognition increases. You may receive compliments, have your work shared, feel your name circulating in a positive way. There's also a more serious tone around finances, bills, agreements, documents, and decisions that define how you want to build your material security from now on. If you are a Gemini and this message helps you see your week with more clarity, remember that many people watch horoscopes regularly and still are not subscribed to the channel. Take a second to check if you are subscribed and to turn on notifications so you do not miss the next readings. And share this video with that Gemini friend who always has 1,000 ideas and just needs a little cosmic confirmation to move. Cancer steps into a week that is emotional, intuitive, and surprisingly practical at the same time. In the first days, you may feel your heart more open and ao mesmo tempo, me sensible tudo a sua volta. Old memories can surface, dreams may become more vivid, and you might feel a strong need for protection, home, and silence. Instead of litter contra isso, the sky invites you to treat your inner world like a sacred room. Tidy it, air it out, and choose carefully what is allowed to stay. At work, things tend to move in your favor when you bring empathy and organization together. You may be asked to mediate situations, support someone, or simply ser pessoa confiável que segura as pontas. In love, it is a beautiful week for emotional honesty. Couples can heal small resentments through genuine conversations, and single Cancers may feel a growing clarity about what kind of relationship they actually want, not just what they decidem por querencia. Toward the end of the week, the energy opens for gatherings, family moments, invitations, and small joys that warm your heart. Leo walks through a week that resembles a stage. Lights on you, but with scenes of action and scenes of rest. At the start, your natural charisma is highlighted. People pay attention to what you say, to how you position yourself, and to the choices you make. This is a great time to present ideas, lead projects, take initiative, and show that you are ready for more responsibility. Just remember that true leadership is not about drama or control, but about coherence and generosity. In relationships, couples can discuss future plans, share dreams, and practical decisions that strengthen the bond. Single Leos are surrounded by a charming aura that can attract admirers almost without effort. In the middle of the week, however, the sky suggests a pause behind the curtains. Rest, introspection, time offline, shorter social agendas, more quality and less quantity. By the weekend, your fire lights up again. Social events, meetings, a strong desire to dress up, celebrate, and feel alive. If you allow both the glamour and the silence, this week can realign you with a version of yourself you most like to be. Virgo experiences a week of emotional editing and tangible results. In the first days, a light feeling of dissatisfaction may appear. Situations that used to be tolerable start to weigh more, certain routines feel too tight, and some relationships reveal clearly where they no longer fit. This is not a punishment. It is a sign that you have grown. The sky invites you to observe with honesty and kindness which habits, tasks, and connections drain your energy and which ones truly support you. At work, there may be extra demands, details to correct, deadlines to honor, and yes, your sense of responsibility will be tested. Try not to take on everything alone just to guarantee that it will be well done. In love, small conflicts or misunderstandings can arise if you accumulate irritations instead of expressing them calmly. Midweek, however, brings a shift. Opportunities, good news, recognition, and a sense that your effort is finally being seen. It is a very positive period for applying to jobs, sending proposals, presenting ideas, and organizing your goals for the next months in a more realistic and hopeful way. Toward the end of the week, a quieter tone returns, inviting you to rest and to revisit personal dreams that were placed on hold. Libra enters a week where balance leaves theory and becomes urgent practice. The beginning of the week can feel intense. Many demands, several people asking for your attention, and a tendency to say yes even when your body screams no. This is precisely the lesson. Your energy is not infinite, and learning to choose is an act of self-love. In the professional area, it may be a busy period with meetings, messages, adjustments, and sensation that everyone needs something from you at the same time. Try to organize your day with clearer limits, setting times to work, to rest, and to be totally offline. In relationships, there's a risk of emotional overload if you take responsibility for everyone's feelings. The middle of the week calls for pause and recovery. It is a good moment to sleep more, breathe more deeply, and withdraw a little from noise and opinions. By the weekend, the climate becomes much lighter. Invitations, affection, compliments, and situations in which you feel seen not only for what you do, but for who you are. It is a wonderful time to reconnect with your aesthetic pleasures, music, colors, clothes, environments that remind you of your own beauty and value. Scorpio moves through a week of powerful transformations that begin in your inner landscape and expand outward. Early in the week, teamwork, collaborations, and emotional exchanges with friends or colleagues gain relevance. You may receive support where you did not expect, or be the person who offers guidance, advice, or a helping hand. Financially and professionally, this can be a favorable moment to negotiate, divide responsibilities, or say yes to a partnership that feels aligned. In the middle of the week, a restlessness grows, a wish to leave behind what suffocates you, to change scenarios, to close certain doors for good. This might involve work, love, friendships, or even the way you relate to your own past. The important thing is not to react from anger, but from maturity. You are not running away. You are choosing better. The end of the week has a strong spiritual quality. It is an excellent period for rituals of protection and gratitude, meditations, prayers, readings that nourish your soul, and simple gestures that reconnect you with your faith, whatever faith means to you. Important news connected to career, reputation, or life purpose can also arrive, showing that when you limpa o terreno in a no, life finds ways to surprise you on the outside. If any part of these messages for Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio whispered something true to your heart, take a moment to type in the comments. I choose what nourishes me, and if you feel like it, mention your sign. Sometimes one simple sentence written with intention already starts shifting your energy, and you might help someone who reads and feels the same. Sagittarius walks into this week with a feeling of something new is calling me, even if you still don't know exactly what it is. The recent months may have been intense, full of tests, changes, or inner questions, and now the sky starts to push you gently from behind, asking you to move with more faith and less auto-sabotage. At the beginning of the week, you may feel a mixture of fatigue and strong desire to change routines, work, relationships, or even the way you talk to yourself. If you pay attention, life will show very clearly which paths drain you and which paths bring you back alive. In work and studies, this is a good time to revisit plans for next year. Open space for new projects and, where possible, say no to what clearly no longer fits. In relationships, misunderstandings at the start of the week can act as a mirror, revealing what you truly need in order to feel respected and free at the same time. As the days pass, the energy gets lighter and more expansive. Conversations become more optimistic, invitations appear, plans for travel or learning come back to the table. And you remember that you were not born to live small. If you are Sagittarius, it can help to write down one belief you are ready to leave behind and one dream you are finally willing to take seriously. That simple act already aligns you more with the future you want to build. Capricorn experiences a week where maturity and self-care need to walk hand in hand. You may feel that a lot rests on your shoulders. Family issues, financial responsibilities, professional expectations, promises you made to yourself. The first days highlight partnerships, alliances, and dialogues in which you don't need to carry everything alone. It is a good moment to negotiate, share tasks, and accept help where it appears, even if your instinct is to resolve tudo sozinho. In your emotional life, you might notice how often you put your own needs in the last place so that everything works. The sky invites you to see that real structure also includes rest and vulnerability. Midweek, the focus turns to work and long-term goals. You can be especially productive, disciplined, and efficient, but you also run the risk of pushing your body beyond its limit. Pay attention to signals such as headaches, tension, insomnia, or irritability. These are not normal. They are the language your energy uses to ask for pause. Toward the weekend, the atmosphere softens. Moment with family or close friends, small celebrations, a sense of belonging, and even good news linked to career or finances may arrive. If you're a Capricorn, allow yourself to repeat silently throughout the week. My pause is part of my progress, and watch how your choices start to reflect more respect for your own rhythm. Aquarius goes through a week of movement and ideas, connections, and future plans. Right at the beginning, you may feel more social, more curious, more willing to talk, share, comment, and listen. Communities, groups, networks and friendships become particularly important. It's a great time for those who work with technology, communication, art, causes, or collective projects. Someone could open a door, recommend you, or bring an opportunity that matches your way of thinking. In your effective life, the beginning of the week favors sincere dialogues and meetings that go beyond superficiality. Someone who shares your values or your vision of the world may become more present. In the middle of the week, the pace accelerates even more. Messages, calls, changes of schedule, appointments, and small missions to solve here and there. You may oscillate between excitement and mental overload. So it's important to make conscious choices about where to invest attention, instead of trying to respond to everything and everyone. At the end of the week, there's a call to organize, tidying physical spaces, cleaning digital files, revising expenses, finishing what was half done. It is as if life were saying, put your house in order inside and outside, because new energy needs room to enter. If you are Aquarius, notice which people and projects actually feed your soul and which only ask for your energy without giving anything back. This awareness alone can change the way your week unfolds. Pisces moves through the week with a very awake heart and a radar that picks up everything around you. In the first days, you may feel more introspective, more emotional, and more sensitive to the moods of other people and of the environment. Memories, dreams, and unfinished feelings can rise to the surface, asking to be looked at with more tenderness and less guilt. The sky invites you not to drown in what you feel, but to use your sensitivity as a compass. What brings you peace? What tightens your chest? What feels like a clear no, even when your mind tries to insist? At work, you tend to perceive the unspoken atmosphere very easily. This is useful to understand dynamics and opportunities, but it can be tiring if you don't set clear boundaries. Midweek, the energy becomes more practical. You may finally take steps you were postponing, resolving documents, organizing your finances, making an important call, defining dates or commitments that depend on your initiative. In love, it is a week of depth. Couples can share fears, desires, and dreams with more honesty, and singles are more likely to attract connections with spiritual or artistic tone, in spaces where sensitivity and imagination are welcome. By the end of the week, there's a feeling of quiet alignment, as if, even without all the answers, you felt closer to yourself. If you are Pisces, remember that taking care of your energy is not egoism. It is exactly what allows you to continue offering your best to people and causes you love. To close this 3-part reading, the main message from the sky is simple and powerful. This is not a week to run on autopilot. The waxing moon amplifies everything you feel and desire, and the current solar energy asks for honesty and attitude. Each sign, in its own way, is being invited to choose more consciously where to place time, heart, and attention. If something inside you already knows that a chapter is ending, honor that knowledge. If another part of you wants to keep investing in a dream, do it with more structure and less self-doubt. And if this weekly horoscope spoke to you in any way, take a moment to write in the comments your sign and one sentence that you want to carry as a guide for the next days. When you do that, you are not only interacting, you're also reinforcing your intention. And if you feel this content could help someone you care about, send them this video or share in your groups, so that more people can start the week feeling guided, supported, and a little more in tune with the stars.